Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to show our faces, because we're amazing people. 3, 2, 1. And now you can see and hear us all. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today. This is Crit It and Hit It. We are 5 nerds playing D&D. With me today, as usual, we have Kerry, Daniel, Abby, and Laura. If everyone could just quickly introduce themselves and their characters, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm Kerry from Tabletop Crafter, and I'm playing Amy, the Human Paladin.
I'm Abby from Trade and Tested, and I am playing Anakis, the Tiefling Druid.
I'm Daniel from D.Taylor Woodworking, and I'm playing Airden, the Elven Bloodhunter.
And I'm Laura from Dark Moon Dice, and I'm playing Eden, the Eladrin Warlock.
Yes. So, last time our plucky adventurers were in a bit of a bind, so to speak. Amy and Anakis brought Xander into the elven city of Tharansari to get him checked by a priest because the possession by Chenniel, the proposed husband of Amy, also he purports, that possession was damaging Xander's body and was going to eventually kill him. Airden had met, but did not know that this was who he met, a gentleman by the name of Faruche. Amy, Anakis, and Airden met up within the city, tracked down Faruche because he is a silversmith and had access to the silver they needed to make enough holy water for the ritual to save Xander. And then they found out that he's an underworld boss, ruling essentially the slave city beneath Tharansari, Untrathar. This is where all the serving class live, along with all the undesirables of the city. Airden agreed to become Faruche's. He is now owned by Faruche, in order for the party to gain access to this collection of silver powder. And when Airden went up to the surface as commanded and did not return immediately as commanded, he felt pangs of pain, and so he promptly returned to Untrathar and to the service of Faruche. Anakis decided to explore Untrathar to find more about her own origins, and she did find a home where there were quite a few tieflings. Night-night. And we left with her having found someone, and they decided to bolt, run away for some reason, saying another one has come. Laura was away last week. but her character was deep in the bowels of Tharansari, doing her usual work. She had arranged a dinner date with her fiancé. And so what we will do is pick up with Eden presently, where she was during the events of Amy, Anakis, and Airden's adventures, since it was only, strictly speaking, a few hours anyway. So let's go and see what Eden's up to. So Eden, after you brought Airden into the city, you have free reign to move anywhere that you see fit. You know the home of your betrothed. You also know that you have access to the main palace in the center of the city. Where do you go?
I believe I did. Oh, did I write his name down? Who was the guy that came to find me? Something with an H.
It did begin with an H.
Something with an H.
I'm going to know it as soon as I hear it.
Hayan. Anyway. Hayan. Yes, Hayan. Do you have it written down? I do keep notes. Messy notes. Right. I suppose I did promise that I was going to, after I sorted all that out, that I was going to go back and see Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. Then I should probably go there first.
Okay.
This is a nice thing to do. Guess I've been away for a while.
As you make your way, picking your way through the nicer streets of Tharansari, you find that you are greeted by many people that hold you in high esteem. You see a few servants wandering by, carrying goods and letters for their masters. And you find yourself in front of Eric's hold. It is a large building made in the style of the usual Edel establishments. So it's a very tall structure, which you know goes equally down as it does up. It is 3 stories tall, and it looks like a series of archways bolted onto each other. Just lots of layers going on. The door is held open. There's a small doorstop holding it open, as you know that Eric likes to have the house full of the smell of fresh flowers. You see that Hayan is nearby. He's inside, watering one of the plants inside the wide hallway. This hallway, wooden, lots of pillars leading to vaulted arches, and there are plants set into lots of nooks and shelves, and a couple of them growing in vines around some of the wooden pillars. It looks like a dream home for someone who would rather be in a forest.
Out of curiosity, does Mirka have a place here?
He does, yes. He will have his own private residence.
Or did. Or...
I never thought of that.
Yeah. Gonna be taking that over. Well, he's dead. It's not rude if he's dead. Okay. Right. Can I ask Han where Prince Eric is? That's the Little Mermaid, isn't it?
Yeah, I forgot that he's Prince Eric.
I love it.
Did we not elven it up a bit? It was like Eric.
Well, no, it's supposed to be Eric is like the short form for some longer elven name, which was never decided upon.
Hen looks up. My lady, Master Eric is currently in the garden at the rear.
Thank you, and I will go that way.
As you go through the hallway, you pass through the main kitchen, as it's referred to. This is a kitchen that you and Eric will use from time to time to grab snacks and make the more pleasant foods, but it is separate from the servants' kitchen, which is on the lower level, where the
Can I pick
majority of
up
meals
drinks on the way?
Yes, there is a carafe of wine.
We're gonna need. Is there just one?
There will be a variety in bottles on the shelf.
Just get a tray of everything. I do have to tell him that his brother is dead and now possessed by a dragon. So we're gonna need drinks.
All right. You see that he is out there reclining on a chair with a pair of small hand shears, occasionally pruning leisurely at some bush that he has growing in the centre of his garden.
So I will go over. I assume there's probably like a little table or something nearby, and I'll put down all of the alcohol that I have brought. I'll go over. I'll give him a kiss on the cheek, and I'll say, "You took too much off the left."
You are quite right. Hello. It's been a little while since I've seen you.
I've been busy.
Indeed. Pleasant journeys?
Not the worst. Not the best, but not the worst.
He sets the shears down on the tray, turns and notices how much alcohol you brought. Made you a bit weary, has it?
Yeah, it was long. But there's also some good news, and some not so good news.
Well, and he stands up, walks behind you and begins just massaging your shoulders. Tell me the good news.
Okay. I did say there was good news, didn't I?
I suppose the best news is that you're home.
That's the best. Forest, sleeping in forests.
Yes, certainly not befitting of a woman of your stature.
Dead people water, and it wasn't one of the best. It wasn't one of the best.
Perhaps I should send Hayan with you next time. Someone to carry a heftier tent, better sleeping supplies.
Airden would just steal those. I mean, he's not important.
No.
Not important.
Well,
he's not important. He's not important.
Well,
that is not important.
I have some news of my own, Eden. He wanders over and pours a glass of wine for you and a glass of wine for himself, and he stands and admires the bush. I have recently entered into agreement with someone who hopefully should help us in future matters.
Isn't that kind of my area of expertise?
It is.
Did you?
I'm sorry, you were gone, and in my defense, he did only approach me yesterday. But yes, He is a being of great power, Eden. I must tell you. He has sworn me to secrecy, but I must share with you.
Okay, hold on. Before you do, did you sign anything? Are there repercussions if you tell me? You don't make deals with otherworldly people very often. So I'm just trying to make sure that you're not going to turn yourself into a newt.
I appreciate the concern, Eden, but I think I can handle this one. Are you
okay?
Are you aware of Merca taking his army north?
Funny you should mention that. I actually have some information about that that we should talk about. I was going to do the good stuff first, but then there turns out there wasn't a whole lot of good stuff. So
you're aware that the army's moving north. Do you know what they're going to secure?
Yes, except they're not going to anymore.
No, they're not.
Well, no, because... Wait. What did you do?
He's a wonderful man, and he has shown me such power and delights that I must share them with you. I'm meeting him again tonight. I'll explain everything then, but I must prepare. At this point, Hayan steps into the garden with a small basket. Sir, your appointments. Yes, Hayan. Eden. Dinner tonight, and you'll get to meet him. But he's promised me a great deal of power that comes from what the army seeks. He has access to it, and with that, I may be able to leverage a few things, get us a nicer place, maybe even a bit of a better direct position. I could even get my brother to abdicate. This is big.
Okay. Okay. I'm not against most of those things. You're sure you know what you're doing?
Yes. I will see you tonight. And he leans in, gives you a quick peck on the cheek, and leaves you in the garden.
And Eden drinks heavily. Heavily.
Okay. We'll leave Eden there for the moment. Who better to go with? We ended on Anakis, so let's skip back to Amy first. So Amy, the ritual is then concluded by Brother Canto. And just as it finishes, this hour-long ritual, Xander's body lurches forward, and this beam of light shoots from his chest, which Brother Canto then holds up a ceramic jar to catch into it. His arm shakes violently. He then holds onto it with two hands and is lifted slightly off the ground, as if the light itself is lifting him up. And eventually the light begins to dim, and it disappears, being connected to Xander. Xander drops down to the ground, and the light disappears into this jar, and it's still glowing. At which point, Brother Canto puts a lid onto it, screws it shut. There. That wasn't so bad.
What?
All of the guards are surrounding the temple at this point.
Hang on, why are the guards surrounding the temple? Because of the light.
They've just been watching. They're a little confused.
What? Why have you put it in a jar?
Well, I don't know for certain its intentions.
It's another being. He has a conscience. Conscious? Whatever. He has a conscience. He needs. He can't give it. Just give me the jar, please.
As long as you know what you're doing, you did manage to procure the materials needed, so you are a woman of resources. Here you are.
Thank you.
He hands you the jar.
I like clutch it to my chest and then go and check on Xander.
Xander is exhausted, sleeping, but you can tell that there's no more like wounds appearing or anything. He's no longer being degraded.
Right. So to the priest guy, thank you for doing this and spending a lot of time looking after him and doing the work. I really appreciate it. You've done great things for our temple. That word. And then I want to kneel down next to Xander and I want to shake him awake.
Oh, what happened?
Morning. You had a bit of a nap. How are you feeling?
Not good.
Are you hurt still?
No, my mouth's dry. Everything feels heavy. Like I've been running for hours.
Well, you didn't really do the running. Anakis carried you here, so you've not really done anything. But here, I pass him my water skin.
Where are all your friends?
Yeah, so we have a bit of a... Time is pressing. We don't have long to kind of let you recover, so, you know, if it's just dry mouth, then fine. So under the city, there's, and then can I kind of look around and be like, okay, there's a lot of people listening. I think we should maybe like move somewhere private. Is there somewhere private?
Yeah, you can take him away from the temple area and sort of discuss things with him there. That's fine.
Okay. So we have a bit of a rescue mission. Do you know? Have you been to the city before? Do you know the city?
Not my kind of place.
Okay, so you've never been here before.
No.
Okay. There's like an undercity, and there's this big like mob boss who basically Airden sold himself into slavery with in exchange for getting a barrel of silver to help save you, because I said you had a nap, but actually we exercised the thing from you, and I like hold up the jab like protectively, not really letting him kind of get anywhere near it, but I'm still like clutching it to myself.
The fiend had control of me again.
It wasn't a fiend. This wasn't Begazul. This is the other thing.
My memory is hazy.
You don't need to remember it. You don't need to remember it. It's fine. Just forget it. Forget it happened. It's fine. We have bigger things to worry about. And I'll decide what to do with this little guy, and I like tap it off the jar. So, Airden is now a slave of this Faruche guy.
Information, not a problem.
He came up with me to try and help you and bring the silver up here, and when he didn't go back down, like following his orders, he was in suddenly a lot of pain and then had to run back.
I don't see that as a problem either.
Is that because you don't like Airden, or is that because Airden's saved you. Airden sold himself into slavery to save you. Like,
sounds an awful lot like his problem rather than mine.
But you would be dead if Airden hadn't done this.
Why did I do this?
You thought the guy was cool.
Good question.
Well, you know, you're in this now, so you're going to help us. Anakis is down there as well. She said she had some business down there, so we're going to go and meet back up with her. And Airden is somewhere in the city. I don't know where. She left back. I haven't seen her since you last saw her. But I imagine she's up here. She didn't seem to, like, I don't think she was down there. It didn't seem like her kind of. Well, actually, she probably would be interested in something down there. But in general, you know, she's an elf. There weren't really elves down there, so we should maybe go find Airden, and then save Airden.
All for finding Airden and saying thanks again. Remember, she saved my life before.
Yeah, like Airden did.
Growl.
Airden would want you to save Airden.
Would she?
I don't know. Yeah.
Would she?
Amy thinks that everyone wants to save each other, so.
Amy would think that.
Alright. Let's go find Airden, and then we'll see what happens after that. I don't want to spend too long in this place.
Okay.
Pulls on his coat.
Cool. Where do we start then? Oh yeah, the other thing is they don't really like anyone that's not an elf up here. I was pretending to be Airden's, like, not servant. Servant's not the word I want to go for, but so perhaps we should pretend to be Eden's serving people, and that we're looking for her because we're incompetent and we lost her. Yeah?
I'll follow your lead. I don't like this place.
Cool. I'm just going to stand in the middle of the... Oh, are there any guards around now? Well, there'll be guards back around here.
That's a great plan.
I'm going to go to...
That's a great plan.
I'm going to go to back over to the temple, and one of the guards that's around the temple are milling about.
It's like a lost child in a supermarket.
Clutching this jar. It's like,
really good. That's a really good idea.
So, you go to one of the guards?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Yes?
We're a little lost. We came in looking... we're supposed to be caring for our new... mistress? I don't know the right word for that. A master was like I don't want to say owner either. Whatever the right word is. But we got a bit lost and a bit turned around. Like, it's a bit of a maze in here. We're not from here. She's called Airden. She's about like this tall. She's got a little twig tree thing called Enver. She has like hair that looks like this, and she's an elf. Do you know her?
I know of Anne Airden, and
Okay.
I know her family. I know that her family only hire from the best.
Aw, that's such a nice compliment. Thank you so much. I mean, I do try my absolute best for her, and I just cannot live with myself that I've done this. Like, it's going to take me months to make this up to her. But look, I brought her this present. I found this for her. Like, this, it's something that's just like never been seen before. And we just need to find her again. Like, please, any help that you can give us.
Absolutely, madam. Walk with me.
Thank you so much.
He begins escorting you. Could you please make an insight check for me, please?
Don't leave me to the doors. Oh no. 6.
So, you see that this guard does not have necessarily the respect of the other guards. He's walking with his head low. Seems like he needs a bit of a cheering up.
Oh. Are you okay?
Yes. Just
You look sad.
a tough day is all.
Oh, why? What happened?
Well, I was called to the plaza because of a strange ritual happening in the Life Temple. Turns out it was simply an exorcism using a magic circle, something that happens from time to time. I was off duty the last time it was performed some time ago. And then a pair of ruffians pretending to be handmaids and servant to Eden, one of the noble born of this city, decided to come up and bother me out of everyone. So unfortunately...
we could go and ask somebody else.
No. It's fine. And he escorts you to one of the gatehouses between the baileys of the city. And he opens it up. In there, I'm
Can
sure
I see what?
You know the property, right?
Well, we've not been here before. Like, she's coming back from a really long trip, so we've never actually seen her home. We were hired from outside of here. But I mean, if I knew the property, it would have been a lot easier to have found it. So, if you could give us a description, that would be really helpful. Please.
Yes. Do you see that building over there? Follow my finger.
Uh-huh.
He then disappears back through the door, closes it behind him.
Thanks! I went at the door. And then turn to Xander. Well, progress? It's all good?
Amy.
Uh-huh.
Let's find the house.
That's what I'm doing. Where were you in that conversation, Xander?
While Amy and Xander are looking around for houses, while it is late afternoon, early evening, Anakis. We will be with you in a moment. Airden! Heading back downstairs, down to Untrathar.
I've just realised as a player that we're all split. We're all individually doing our different things, which isn't great for Airden. So Airden's on very low health, and you'll have to. I don't know. This is a very. I'm learning a lot. Airden's learning a lot here,
and he has an attitude that makes people want to stab him.
Yeah, he's learning the value of friendship, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. What am I doing? I'm wandering back down, I guess.
Yep. You'll be able to find your way back to where Faruche was. He's there now, talking to a hooded person. His two sort of bodyguards, the Tiefling and the Dragonborn, standing either side of him, and he's not paying much attention. He's paying more attention to the goblet that's in his hand, but he's nodding along as this person's talking to him. How do you want to approach things? Do you just want to be in the general vicinity, or?
I think I'll just be kind of nonchalant, as if just decided to wander back. Might as well just kind of sit down, just kind of look quite at ease. Just kind of watch him, just as if I don't have a care in the world, as if this is all fine. It's my choice to come back. Because why not? I'm quite happy here, is what I want him to think.
Airden. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name again? You know what? It doesn't matter. Another time. The cloaked person looks a bit flustered and frustrated, but then turns and gets escorted away by the Tiefling bodyguard. Airden. How was the air topside?
Well, I didn't really get a chance to experience it. I just went up there, and Amy seemed like she could handle everything herself. So yeah, she went off and did whatever it is she's doing, and I thought I'd come back down and just see what I can do.
Oh,
kind of eager to, if I'm going to be here, I want to make the most of it. I want to see what I can do for you, what use I can be to your organization. I think, Elven Bloodhunter, quite experienced, very dexterous, could be quite useful to someone yourself. Obviously, quite a bit above, just your general henchman.
A Bloodhunter, you say?
Yes. Do you have an interest in such things, like the use of magic and weaponry to fight evil, that type of thing?
Yes. I do have need of someone of a skill set like yours. Yes, although... Your life isn't
Is there anything
important.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh,
what did he last say?
I was just saying that your life is less important now than the blood coursing through your veins.
I'm confused. Let us speak openly here. Speak as friends. What do you mean?
I wanted you as a plaything for me. Now I know that you're a Bloodhunter. Did you know that some Bloodhunters have a connection to darker forces? They use it to fuel their powers.
Yes. I know of it.
Yes. The majority of them seek demons, fiends, beings of immense power but very limited vision. They get to tap into it in the way that someone who might do a deal with such a being would, and channel it. They think for a good cause, to wipe these things out. Use them against themselves. There's a movement happening on the top side.
Airden's appearing very interested, like kind of leaning in, as if he's like, really enthusiastic.
This movement is to do with a being of death. Now, you being a Bloodhunter, I'm curious. If you are connected to a fiend of some kind, I could bleed you and channel that power myself.
I think you'll find it won't work quite as you think. No. You need to have had years and years of training and expertise and a real connection. You wouldn't be bothered by it. It's more too much effort, really.
Was there a compulsion you felt to return to me, perhaps?
Well, only in the fact that, you're an interesting man, and I thought, it'd be good to come and speak to, an equal, someone who I can really have a good chat with. Is there any drink or food or anything nearby?
Yes, there is drink. You'll be free to take some from the plate that's set atop a crate.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just fill myself up a cup of whatever it is.
Charisma saving throw as well, please, for Airden.
Oh dear. 10.
10. Airden, I make it my job to get to know people. Speaking of which, I have an appointment this evening topside. I can see how scared you are.
Oh, me? No. I'm excited. You want me to escort you, or want me to just run things down here for you while you're away? Kind of, just testing me out, I think. That's what you're doing. Seeing what you can use me for.
No, come with me. I think you need to rub a few elbows upside.
Of course. Happy to.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that'll be good. Mingle with the elite, that type of thing.
Indeed. Yes. I'll get you something good to wear. Come with me.
Wait, Airden's already... Oh, wait, no. Airden's wearing his crappy old clothes, isn't he?
Yep.
Okay, so he doesn't know I've got nice new clothes.
But he will go and get you some... Well, he does know about your nice clothes, because you were wearing them when you met him the second time.
Oh, yeah.
When he was smithing. So he's aware of it, but he's
I'm about to get some more clothes. This is awesome.
So, we shall freeze frame there and skip to Anakis.
Such a hobo.
Yeah.
Free clothes.
You haven't seen Airden's new clothes. They're amazing. If I'm about to get another set, I'll put it in my list as fancy clothes number 2. This is great.
You can choose which fancy set you fancy wearing
on
a fancier day. Right, so the door opened and they belted, didn't they? Okay, I am going to run after them.
Charging into the place, you see that it is one large room with a back door that is just hanging off its hinges. The back door has been flung open to bang against the wall, and 5 people have dived out. The rather heavy-set woman with a baby and 4 other people. All seemingly...
Are they all tieflings?
It seems that way. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Charge up and stop! Where are you going? No, that's Irish, not Welsh. Where are you going?
Give me either an athletics or acrobatics skill check, please.
Athletics, because that's a +2, and that will have my modifier. Okay. Come on. Oh, 21.
21. Nice. Okay. So you managed to dive forward and grab one of them by the shoulder, at which point another one stops and turns, but the rest of them have all vaulted over a wall that's about 4 feet high, including the one holding a baby. So while the rest of them...
I was to cast...
Go on.
No, carry on.
No, if you want to cast, try and cast something.
Well, I was going to say charm person.
Mm-hmm.
As a, I don't know, almost as a... to try and persuade them into telling me things, but I didn't know if it would work that way, or if it would work with them because they're a tiefling.
Charm person should work, yeah. Lasts for an hour.
Okay.
And they're charmed. They regard you as a friendly acquaintance.
Wisdom save of 14.
Okay. That's a 13. So they fail, successfully charmed.
Okay. Where are you going? Why are you running? What are you doing? I've only come to ask some questions.
So you have. And he grabs you by the shoulders. Yeah, you
Right, just calm down.
Of course. I'm sorry. We get spooked sometimes. This here is Daniro. And he's my brother. You are?
I'm Anna.
You're Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, Anna, it seems that you come seeking us. I assume this is the reason?
Yes. I'm not from around here, you see, and I'm just after some information and some general bits and bobs, really. Yes. Just after a bit of help, if I'm honest. Like, I'd just like to know about you, about other people that look a little bit like me, really.
Right. Well, let's go inside. Sit down. Everyone else will come back in a few hours.
Why were they running?
They assumed that you were family coming to find out more about your history.
Oh, I see. Have you had this before?
We have.
Many times?
At least 4 other times.
Recently?
Within the past few years, yes.
Okay.
He escorts you back into the home, lifts up a few stools, sits you down. I'm Gopher. I introduced you to Dan earlier. Dan and I both came to this house at the same time.
So you...
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, carry on.
We were seeking Tanikra. That's the lady that owns the house. A woman holding the baby before. She told us that she has no idea where we came from, but that we were welcome to stay, and so we stayed. We don't.
So you have no idea where you came from either?
Dan does some research. He speaks to people topside. He's got a way with words. He's managed to narrow things down. It seems that either our birth parents were normal mortals, elves, humans, dwarves, and just abandoned us. The other alternative is that we were part of a loving family unit, but unfortunately born of something a little out of wedlock. A union with otherworldly beings. We don't know for sure.
I'm a little bit confused. I know my parents. Well, they don't look like me, let's put it that way. They don't look at all like me, and I don't look like anybody from where I am originally from. So, saying that makes a little bit of sense, I suppose, but... So what you're saying is, so did your parents not look like you then?
No, my brother and I never knew our parents. We're twins. We were born at the same time. We were found together, at least that's our assumption. We look similar, so we assume that there's familiarity there. We've just operated under the assumption that we're twins. We don't know who birthed us. We only know that we were brought up by a fairly supportive dwarven family. They encouraged us to go and travel out into the world, find where we came from. We ended up here.
So they were quite supportive. Well, my parents were, but I had to leave for other reasons. But not out of want by my parents. My parents wanted me to stay, but it wasn't safe for me to stay where I was. So
it usually starts to get a little unsafe when we start speaking in a language that no one else understands. The Dragonborn here have the same problem. Some of them were born to quite well-off families, even here in Tharansari. Just all of a sudden, an elf mummy and an elf daddy get a different baby. They usually end up down here. This is where everyone ends up.
So maybe the elves that I know to be my parents aren't actually my parents then.
They might be. We don't know for sure what makes us look the way that we do and be able to do the things that we do. Could be a curse, could be an ancient bloodline resurfacing. We don't know. My brother and I have decided to just make lives for ourselves here instead.
I sort of realise the realisation of what I've just said, and I just have a bit of a tear falling down my cheek.
I don't mean to...
Okay.
Were your brother and sister, Anakis, are they both elves? Okay, just wanted to check.
They are, yes.
Yeah, I hadn't picked up on the fact that, like, oh yeah, how come they're your brother and sister and, like, different races? Yeah, I hadn't quite, like, I hadn't clicked.
Big dirty secret!
Yeah, it's when they just visited that.
Yeah.
So that's coming out now. Like, you have a brother and a sister that are both elves, but you could be legitimately your parents' child, but you also could not. Okay, I'm sorry. It's like everything is like coming to the surface, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Seems like a series finale of like a soap opera. Or
I know, right?
That's why when I opened the door last week and there was a Tiefling, I was like, ah!
Okay, sorry. This is really interesting. So when you picture it, like when you see it, like when I see like your brother and your sister, and then they're both elves, and you could. Oh, it's good. It's good. Sorry, just.
It's okay. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a tear, and I just say, so Daniel, Dan, is it just Daniel?
Dan?
His brother.
Yeah.
Dan?
Dan. Yeah, just Dan.
Has he found out much from up top about anything to possibly help me and find out, or help you, or help us as a species to find out where we're from, or we don't know. It could be from the same family, we don't know.
Possibly. Dan, you field this one. Dan sort of looks over sheepishly. I don't think I want to. I'm Dan, and I found a different one. Could be related. I'll go get the reading material. And he gets up, goes into a small cupboard, pulls out a very thin book. He goes over and opens it, and you see that all the leaves are loose. Seems to be just notes that he's collected. Here, and he slides over a piece of paper with a name on it. It also has a bit more information, and this sheet of paper tells you about a cambion. This is a creature that lives on the surface. He lives in Tharansari, and he is entirely half demon. He can confirm that his parentage is one half demon. He looks different. There is a portrait sketched of him there. And while he looks a little different, you can see that there are telltale signs of a lineage. But he has smaller horns, wings, and quite the tail.
Right. How old is Cambion? Do you know?
Never met him, but I family records. He's alive here.
Okay. Where can I find him?
And he goes to get some writing implements and quickly sketch you an address. Just as he's passing you the address, we will freeze frame there and just skip back to Eden before we go on our break. Eden, it is getting to about evening time. Would there have been anything that you would have wanted to get done before the evening sort of meal that Eric had set up?
Sorry. I'm gonna go with nap, and then making sure, like, if there's like a dinner with I mean, Eden's assuming the worst. Like Eric's made like a deal with like the worst whatever. Okay. And then looking like really, really pretty. Oh, look, I want like a tiara and like a dress, and like that's pretty much it. Nap.
Mm-hmm.
Nap and looking nice.
All right.
What else did I do? She did her job.
Eden, you'll be attended by many of the house servants that Eric has. They'll help you get dressed and get all tidied up, and then Eric comes to collect you for the evening meal. You walk casually through the streets. He seems a little giddy, but in that way that you know that he's really getting excited, but he's not like actually bouncing up and down like a kid. He is reserved, demure. You finally arrive at a large gazebo in one of the nicer parts of town, where there is a large table set up with some food, some candles, some small glowing orbs around the place, adding some extra ambient light, and there are some musicians in the corner. As you are seated... Sorry?
That sounds lovely.
As you are seated next to Eric, you see that there are a few other members of high society seated around the table. The non-military aristocracy that you've been rubbing elbows with for the past few decades. And you see that there is a large open space at the head of the table. And then all the lights change colour to a very, very deep green. And Eric leans in. He's here. He is magnificent. I'm going to put in a good word for you. I would like you to join me. Oh, here he is. Massive hoof beats on the ground. And with each step, this being gets closer. And Enver sort of scooches up next to you, holding very close, staying hidden. Looks curiously over towards the bushes, and emerging from them, horns and all, Selendar. He stands up to his full 9 feet, steps towards the table. Thank you all for meeting me tonight.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
And we'll stop there for our break.
Already?
Go till 9. We usually go till 9, Drew.
Do we normally go to 9?
Yeah. We used to go at 9:30, but...
We won't stop there for our break. God, I've just lost all
Was that your big
sense...
cliffhanger moment?
That was my big cliffhanger moment. But yes, my apologies. I lost where we were stopping.
Me running through the streets.
We can do it. It's up to you.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right, because it's 7:30 that we started. For some reason, I thought we started at 7. Never mind. We won't stop there.
Baby brain.
I know.
I was
right?
sure that the person that Eric was talking about was Faruche.
Yeah, me too.
I wasn't expecting this. It's like,
Me too.
The other demon person that was just
yeah.
what after that was said.
But no, you're absolutely right. It's not been long enough. I just have baby brain. So we won't finish there. Selendar turns up.
I mean, I'm all ready to ruin the mood. Come in, screaming.
Sorry. I got like my fiance. I got my spell baby daddy.
Yeah, I'll bring your other guy, Xander, in, and then they can all just fight for you.
Well, that's a good point,
like,
actually. With this being the case, Airden, you are also here. You are sat next to Faruche at this table.
No.
Oh, this is so delicious.
He looks nothing like Airden. You'll notice him, and he's a stranger at the table, and it takes you a while to twig who it is. But it is Airden, and he is wearing a velvet shirt that is very deep-cut V-neck.
And a collar.
Ooh.
It's got a collar on it, but it's not like a all around the neck collar.
There's new character art available now, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry. Let me get my description for fancy clothes, number 2. Is this like velvet, deep V-neck? What colour is it?
Oh, it's a burgundy.
Ooh.
Sorry, Eden's looking nice too.
Yes.
Airden.
Excuse me. I brought you into this fucking city, you hobo.
I've gone up in the world since then.
Have you? You're a slave now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Minor detail.
You will also have been given a very fine silver chain around the neck. Just a complete...
Do you actually get to sit, or do you have to stand behind Faruche? I feel like he should be like standing behind, like ready to attend.
He's sat next to Faruche. And Faruche is sort of keeping a hand over Airden's on the table.
Oh, I don't like this.
You're a fancy slave.
Not that type of slave.
Well, you belong to somebody now.
So
Airden and Daniel are comfortable now.
So Airden's there. Eden, you got dressed up fancy. Do you have a description of your dress, or would you like a description of your dress?
I would have picked it at a dress if you would have told. I would have picked it at a dress. Right. Okay. Sorry. Okay. She has like light brown hair. She's got blue eyes. Right. I'm gonna go for something like kind of like eye matching, but she's also matching Eric. Like light blue, like floaty, kind of like off the shoulder, like chains, like nice, very classy, kind of elfy, kind of.
Yeah.
But she gets a fucking crown.
Yes.
Fuck, I apologize.
It's absolutely fine. Okay, so you two are there. Amy and Xander, you are searching around the place. I am going to require, with advantage, because it's the two of you looking, an investigation skill check, the intelligence-based one.
13.
13. It is starting to get to full-on nighttime, and you...
Does it help that I'm shouting her name?
Aiden!
Yeah.
Aiden!
You've not managed to find a house of hers, although you are stopped in the street by a young-looking gentleman. Excuse me, I couldn't help but hear, one, you're shouting in a residential area, and two, you seem to be looking for Eden?
Yes. We lost her.
You lost her?
We're her help. She hired us, hired us like outside of the city. She's brought us in. Look, I've already told it to this other guy. I really desperately need to find her. I've brought a present to say sorry for losing her. And I just, can you show me where she is? Please?
Yes. Follow me. I'll clear this matter up right now.
Okay. Come on, Xander.
He escorts the two of you to a large house, invites you to sit in the sitting room, and says, "I'll be right back. You wait here. I'll go and fetch the lady and see if she's expecting company. Help yourselves to wine and bread."
Okay. Is this her house?
It's a house that she frequents.
Is she like? I don't have a lot of time.
I understand.
We've got a friend who's in need. Look, just don't worry about it. Can I just push past him and go to the stairs, and I'm just going to shout her name up the stairs.
I'm afraid my lady is not here.
Okay, well then why are we here?
So that you don't get lost. This is the
I'm already lost.
This is the home of my Lord Eric. I will simply go to where Lady Eden is.
Shout Eric up the stairs.
Who? Eric! Doesn't matter.
My lord and lady are currently attending an evening function. I will go and convey a message. Propriety must be maintained, you understand.
Oh, guy, come on. I don't have time for this. Our friend this is a life or death situation. I've already had to rescue one person today. Just take me to Eden, please. I'm trying to be polite, but it's really hard when you're being difficult.
Give me a persuasion check.
13.
I'll tell you what. You may accompany me to near to the function. I will instruct you then to wait, and I will go and see if my Lady Eden wishes to be interrupted or not.
Okay, deal. Let's go.
Deal. No more shouting.
Okay.
He escorts the two of you out and takes you towards where there is this large gazebo. There are lots of lights and torches about, and just as you get to the edge, you see the lights dim slightly and turn green. And you see a large shape move through the bushes, but unfortunately a lot of the foliage is blocking your view. But it looks like a large humanoid being has just stepped up to the table. But you can't get a clear view. The gentleman says to you, stay.
What's going on? What's with the lights? What's with the... Who is the thing? Who is walking?
I will go and see if my
danger.
I will go and ensure that my Lady Eden is perfectly all right, and I shall return with her response.
Okay.
Who might I say is asking for her?
Amy and Xander.
Amy
And Chenniel, who attacked the top of the jar.
Huh. Yes. Right. And he turns and walks towards the gazebo.
Can I follow him?
He thinks you're crazy.
Hold on, whoa, you're going to follow him?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not being stealthy about it.
Oh, in that case, immediately he'll tell us, "Oh, I'm sorry, but you cannot approach the table."
Fine.
Thank you.
Be quick. You've got 2 minutes. Or else I'm coming up there.
I shall be as swift as the wind.
Okay. I mean, a 2-minute win for sure.
He turns and moves towards Eden. Airden, you guys have got a couple of minutes before Hayan comes up and says anything. So Selendar starts to sit, and some tree branches sort of grow underneath him and support him in a seat. I see some new faces and some familiar ones. Eden, what are you doing here?
I don't think I've properly introduced you to my fiance. This is Prince Eric of Thornsari. Eric, this is Selendar.
Eric is looking at you, mouth agape. I was supposed to, and you.
We've met before a couple times, just casually in passing.
Selendar nods at you.
Don't.
All of you are gathered here because there is a great power that your leader, Merka Edel, seeks to get a hold of. It will not work. He has no connection to this power. I, however, do.
Can I, this whole time, be like, because I'm eyeballing Airden, like, you keep your mouth shut. Like, with my eyes, I want to be like, Airden, you just keep your mouth shut. You just sit there quietly. You just don't say a fucking thing. You just sit there. Don't say a thing. Just sit there. I don't know why you're here. Just sit.
I think if I can, without Faruche noticing, I think I give like the tiniest little nod.
Faruche will gently caress his fingers between yours. Move his hand up your arm and around your shoulder, and he's keeping his eyes locked on Selendar.
Does Eden see this?
Yes. He, in fact, makes a little noise when he does this, almost to grab everyone's attention.
Eden is not impressed. Not impressed.
You will know Faruche as a silversmith. He, for some reason, gets invited to a lot of these parties, but he just shouldn't be there, really.
So I could theoretically kill him and no one would care. Just saying.
Under normal circumstances, but you know that because
not at this moment.
Sorry?
Not at this exact moment, but
yes. But you know that the fact that he's invited to these places means that he must have something on someone. But yes, if away from the table something were to happen to him, if he was to meet with a fatal accident, there wouldn't necessarily be a lot of people weeping over his grave. No.
Doesn't have anything on me. Okay, so I'll just I'll make again eye contact with Airden. Again, just be cool. Don't worry. We will give it a minute. Just be cool, and then we'll cut his head off. Just wait. Okay.
I don't know how much of that I can get through a look, but Airden's kind of on the same wavelength.
Hayan leans in and gently touches the top of your back, Eden. My lady Eden, I apologize for interrupting, but you have some visitors, and Amy and Xander claim to be hand servants of yours and request your attention. They claim it's a matter of life and death.
I will whisper to him, so hopefully nobody else hears. Yes, of course they're my servants. You thank you for keeping them away from our formal function. Are they waiting for me somewhere? I will see them when I can take a moment. If you would let them know, I will be there.
Yes.
As soon as I can.
Yes, I have kept them just away from the gazebo here so they can't see or hear anything here. I'll let them know that you'll be with them promptly.
Thank you. Just keep them away from... they're servants, so just keep them away from the function. If you could, I will be there momentarily. Just let them know.
Of course, my lady.
Can I ask a couple of questions, Drew?
Yep.
Just quickly. Does Faruche have any bodyguards with him, or is it just me?
Don't you dare stab him at my table. Don't you dare stab him at my table.
I'm just...
just you. He didn't bring either of his other bodyguards.
Okay. And the other one is, how much do you think Airden would know about Selindar? Because I kind of feel, I don't know, it's his job to know about, kind of at least be familiar with things like this, but I don't know.
So let's see what you do know about Selindar. Give me a... I'll let you make a Arcana check, a Nature check, and a Religion check. So let me know the results of those three, and let me know which ones are which.
How do you want me to do that? Just roll it 3 times and then pick which ones? Okay. Right. Okay, so I've got 2 14s and a 3, but then depending which one I pick, I'm getting to add different things. I'll say for Arcana, I get a +3, so I'll say 17 for Arcana. And then what was the other 2?
Nature and Religion.
Okay, Nature I'll say is 4, and Religion, so it's 15.
Okay. So you don't know anything about the kind of being that this is, but you can tell immediately that they're a being of great magical power, that this is the kind of being that you've been trained to gain power from. This is obviously some kind of greater Fey Prince. This is someone who someone could do bargains with and gain great power. They are sometimes benign, but more often than not, they tend to have schemes that they're up to. Sometimes those schemes do not concern mortals whatsoever. They are one of the least dangerous. They're low on the priority list for dealing with in terms of Bloodhunters and things. But
so it's not like it's not like alarm bells aren't ringing. I'm not like, oh no, evil, evil, evil. I'm just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly. There will be some cults that will pop up around about them. You know that some villages will donate, like, the firstborn of every family to Fae, just like this one. But the exact name Selendar, you're not getting anything from. So he's definitely not like a massive baby eater that's on the like, Bloodhunter Most Wanted.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Can I have stealth? Can I have stealth after he's got out of sight, like far enough out of sight? Can I just turn to Xander and say, I don't want to wait, let's just sneak in and see what's going on?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a stealth check. And Eden and Airden, what are your passive perceptions again? It was 14 for Airden, I think, wasn't
it? Yeah, 14.
16, I got.
16 for stealth. And what would Eden's passive perception be? You're muted.
13.
13.
Sorry. It's toddler bedtime, so if I don't mute myself, then all I can hear is...
That's absolutely fine. Okay, so neither of you two, nor does anyone else, because I rolled poorly, notice Amy and Xander hiding in amongst one of the bushes. You managed to squeeze in just as a flock of birds sort of like erupts into the night and goes seeking twilight insects. So you take advantage of that natural disturbance to hide into one of these bushes, and you can see that there is this 9-foot-tall green guy with massive antlers coming out of his long hair.
And can I hear them? I can hear people.
You can hear the conversation. So yes. Oh, go on.
I was just, can I like whisper to Xander if he knows who that is?
Xander has no idea. Selendar continues and lets those assembled at the table know. Some of you will be in receipt of this power. And he pulls out from a small pouch at his belt a sliver, a shard of green stone. With this that I have procured, I have a solid connection now to that Feyweave crystal, the crystal monolith at the abandoned citadel of Uril, where Mirka Edel marches right now. By using my connection to this, I can distribute my power to those assembled here. Or most of you. He shoots a glance at Airden. Some of you have been invited as guests. At this point, Eric, my apologies, my lord. I didn't realize that you and Eden were acquainted, but I wanted to share everything with my future wife.
Eden's gonna stand up. Gently, hands on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this shit. And she's going, oh, this is bad. Except that Mirka Edel is dead.
Dead, you say?
Selendar?
Yes.
You're a lot of characters, Drew. So
I am.
Just
Yes,
sure.
I apologize.
Yeah, like you're a lot of people. A lot of people in this conversation. I just want to make sure that.
It's a good point. We haven't yet got to a point where it's two NPCs talking to each other for an extended period of time.
Yeah, so it's just you talking to yourself. But I said, well, but never mind. Well, that's not weird at all.
I wish it was in character for Airden to kind of, when you make that announcement,
no,
to kind
Selendar
of like
knows
join
this.
in.
Selendar knows this. He knows, because I told him.
Mm-hmm.
You show up at my fucking table trying to give people information that I gave to you. Sorry.
Is that in character?
I don't say that. No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Aww.
No. No, not in character. Sorry. That is my thinking behind it.
All
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah. No, just except that Merca is dead part. That's it.
All right. Eric will stand next to you. Well, then there's no more time to waste. Selendar, grant us this power. We can... Merca's dead? Really? Wow. That suddenly makes things a lot easier. Selendar, you promised us power, and with that power we would take power from Merca, that we would be able to exploit his weaknesses and bring him down, and we might share in the power in ruling Tharansari together. We no longer need to take out Merca, we can just do that. Selendar, thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'll turn to Eric. The plan was that you were going to take out your brother, and you didn't tell me.
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but Selendar made a very convincing offer. The power that he offers.
I'm going to sit back down. Perhaps, I'm sorry, this dinner has, I think, maybe gotten a bit too heated. Maybe our celebrated guest, Selendar, would like a tour around the gardens. I'd be happy to show him around.
Faruche takes up a small metal goblet, sniffs underneath it. I'm fairly certain our esteemed guest has better things to do than go for a walk, Eden. At which point Selendar raises his hand.
Smack him? Do I have like a guard that can come and slap him in the side of the head?
Selendar raises his hand and slams it on the table. And then he raises an eye to Faruche. I will go for this walk. It will be my pleasure, Lady Eden. And he stands and walks over around to you, sets out his arm, and allows you to escort him elsewhere.
Okay.
Can I, in this distract, as this is going on, how is Airden, like, has he got his back to me, or is he facing me? Like,
Airden will be facing in the direction that you are in, yes.
So he can see me if I... Right. Can I want to try and get his attention. Like, subtly. But, I mean, I'm not very subtle, but I want to try and get his attention.
Like, Airden!
Yeah! Well, if he had his back to me, I was going to throw a rock at his back, but...
Airden!
Well, I imagine that, Faruche is pretty distracted, like he's just been... he just got into trouble.
Snubbed.
Yeah. And I just feel like up and out of the bachelor.
Like jumping.
Yeah.
Airden!
Airden, could you give me a wisdom saving throw, please? Well, certainly a wisdom ability check. I'm trying to... In fact, insight might be better, in fact. If you're trained in insight, use that instead.
Just 10.
Just 10. You'll notice some abnormal movement in the bushes, as if someone is hiding there, but you do not know who it is and what they're trying to do.
I'm going to keep going until I can tell he's gone.
Can I say to Faruche, I need to use the bathroom. I'll just excuse myself, and would you like me to get you anything while I'm up?
Like out from under his arm.
Yeah.
Like pulling his hand off of your hand. Like, what I just...
He shoots you a really dirty look. You'll deal with what you have to do, and then you'll return to me immediately.
Okay. Right. Okay, so I'll get up
Then
and
he lets you go.
Yep, I'll give him a little bow or whatever. And yeah, I'll see if I head over to where I saw this disturbance. He'll see that as well. Maybe I can wander over as if I'm like lost or as if I'm looking for the bathroom.
Okay. Give me a deception check. It's going to be charisma
Also,
based.
what are bathrooms in this world? It's
Yeah.
never ever dealt with that in D&D.
It's a chamber pot in a closet.
16.
Well, it is.
16. All right. Fair enough. At the moment, you seem to be a convincing lost person examining a bush. And you manage to find your way around to the back of it, so you're out of sight of Faruche. And Amy, Xander, you're able to...
I just want to... Airden!
Yeah.
Airden, down here! Look, I'm hiding!
It's your cough. Amy's cough.
Yeah.
Amy, hi, thanks. You came to save me. That's very nice of you. It's
Always.
quicker than I thought.
What's going on?
So, well, this spirit man thing appeared. Eden's here as well. And yeah, that horrible man is sitting with me. And
Where's Anakis?
I thought she was with you.
Well, I was coming back down. Like, I was going to get Eden, and then we were going to come back down and save you, but now you're all up here, and now Anakis is on her own down there, and what if she's in trouble too? So many people to save today. Right, how do I save you, Airden? What, you... Oh,
no. I'm going to deal with that. Don't worry. I'll deal with Faruche, and then we should be able to leave.
But what? I seem to get through to him before. Maybe if I just like come out and we have a chat and.
No. It's best if I do it. Me and him have a bond. I'm going to chat with him.
That I mean.
Well,
cool, but
yeah. Well,
he's a bit gross though. He probably could do better.
Just leave it to me. And,
maybe could do better.
Okay, but can I does he have buttons on his? Does Ed have like buttons on his shirt, or is it just like a?
His shirt does not have any buttons on. He cannot close that V-neck. You also note that the stitching on the front is very much of a subpar quality, almost as though the front of that shirt has been ripped open and restitched many times.
You are a liar.
Adam, what have you been doing?
You're a liar.
What?
I mean, there's two of us. Me and Xander. Xander's fine.
Oh, look. Xander's here.
Yeah.
Xander's just hiding in the bushes, staring. You can just see the light reflected in his eyes while he stares through the bushes.
Xander's been watching you having your guy put his arm around you and stuff.
Owner.
Yeah.
I can't say it hasn't been entertaining.
I stalk off.
Kill these on the way.
All right. Is Eden going to return to Faruche just now, or are you still sort of coordinating things?
Yeah, I do have a plan, but I don't know if... I don't know.
I think that is actual break time, just in case anyone isn't watching the time. I think it's actually...
Cool.
Yes, I was going to say if you want to see what anyone else is doing, but that's perfect.
All right.
You don't want me to do my plan, or to try my plan before break.
We'll go for our break just now then, and then we'll come back. We'll deal with what's happening down with Anakis, and then we'll skip back to what's happening up on the surface world. So yeah, cool. Thank you everyone for joining us so far. We'll be about 10-15 minutes, get ourselves a cup of tea and a drink, and we'll be back with more of these adventures. See you then.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us again. We have just come back from our break. This is Critted and Hit It. We are 5 nerds playing D&D, and we have been having a dinner party. With Amy, Airden, and Eden all at this dinner party, Anakis has been left down below in Untrathar, speaking with 2 possibly relatives, Dan, Eero, and Gopher Fear. Your charm person will run out in about an hour, but you have already developed enough of a good friendship with Dan that I'm sure Gopher won't feel too bad about it.
So they were about to give me the... Oh, sorry.
They give you the address of this Cambion, and it is somewhere on the surface. It seems to be in one of the nicer areas of town, but how to get there is not clear.
Okay. Alright. Sorry, I'm just going to write that down. Okay. So, tell me about your background. Like, where have you come from? Do you know? Or what was your parentage?
Gopher lets you know. The 2 of us were brought up on the streets. We had people looking after us, a dwarven family. They were wonderful. But the 2 of us found that we would have an easier time of it with some of the less desirable elements of society. And so we found ourselves on the wrong side of the law from time to time. Now we keep ourselves clean. We make sure that we work hard, that we keep the family safe. My apologies. We refer to ourselves as a family simply because we all seem to be in the same position. But besides Dan and I growing up together, I didn't know Tanikra before I came here. The others, they just came here recently like we did. None of us are related, with the exception of the baby, of course. Well, yes, less said about that, the better.
Why?
The babies... There was a young woman living here with us as well. She fell in with someone down here who you'd be better not mixing up with. She worked with him for a little bit and then died just a week ago. Just 2 weeks after giving birth.
What was her name?
Her name was Veyron.
And was this man by the name of Faruche by any chance?
Yes.
What did she do for him?
She was offered a deal to be his or to do something for him. She opted to do something for him and she couldn't do it, so she fell back on becoming his. He used her up.
Her blood.
Eventually, yes. But for months now, she was just not our sister anymore. She wasn't the same Veyron. She was withdrawn, distant. Like something was eating up inside of her. Like She'd done things she didn't want to do.
Okay. Did you come across Faruche at all?
We steer clear of him. We make sure we have nothing to do with him. Tanikra occasionally meets up with one of his goons. They try to make sure that everyone down here is working for him in some way or another. Tanikra looks after us. She makes sure that they stay away.
If Faruche was to somehow disappear, would there be many people looking for him?
He has a lot of people working for him.
But would those people want to look for him?
Well, for fear of what would happen to them if they don't, probably.
Do you think a lot of those people were controlled like Varen was?
Honestly, I don't know. My brother and I, we steer clear of him. And all of his people. Which means that we don't get to talk to a lot of people around here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thank you. You've been most helpful. I'd say I feel a little bit better, but I think I've come to the realization that I'm definitely not who I thought I was.
The family's always here. Tanikra doesn't like opening the doors to new people. We make do as it is. It's a struggle. But my brother and I, we've got to know you. As far as I'm concerned, you're a sister.
Are you on the Druid craft at all?
No, we encountered some of them a lot while we were living with those dwarves. Didn't seem our cup of tea.
Okay. Fair enough. Is there anything else you think I should be made aware of that might be able to help me or point me in the right direction, like Cambion might be able to help me?
Try and steer clear of people up on the surface too. Down here everyone works for Faruche. Up there it's very cutthroat. Everyone works for themselves. Or they're in each other's pockets. It's a tangled mess up there. Everyone's whispering behind each other's backs, and everyone seems to be really stressed about making some progress somewhere, but elves don't die. I mean, you can kill an elf, but they keep on living, you know? You go to a human village or a dwarven city, and you see institutions passed down, you know, mother to daughter, father to son. It's a cycle. Here it stagnates. No one moves anywhere. No one gets to maneuver around because everyone's always here, you know? I don't know what all the backstabbing and whispering's about if you're not going to get anything from it.
I suppose. Yes. Okay. One more thing. Do you know of any mercenaries down here that might be able to help girl out?
There's certainly a few people willing to do stuff for coin. Dan and I would certainly be willing to help you in some way. When you say mercenaries, are you just looking for protection?
Not necessarily, no. Some help. I have some other friends with me who are not here at the moment. They're elsewhere in the city, but I think we may have gotten ourselves into a little bit of trouble. Not trouble as such, but one of my friends might have done. That's all. We might need a little help.
Hmm.
Getting him out of trouble, if you see what I mean.
All right. I'll make you a short list of names. You can go and check them out. Just be careful, okay?
Yes, we will. Don't worry. And if Tanika or the rest of them come back, I'll come back and say hello before we leave.
All right. When he gets you the list of names... Sorry about that. When he gets you the list of names, you will be able to find these people. They're willing to take up arms for a bit of coin. Are you wanting to stay in Untrathar for the time being? Or maybe take some of these mercenaries up? Or...
I think I'm going to investigate the rest of the under... Just not far, because I don't want to lose my... Well, I'm a druid, so I'm quite good with my bearings, but... I just want to investigate the local surroundings and just see what's about, and... Yeah. And then, maybe in an hour or so, head back to where Faruche was and see if Amy or anybody turns up.
Okay. Alright. While Anakis is sorting that out, Eden, you are walking with Salandar away from everyone else, so the two of you get to talk in private.
He was not yours to take.
Any that seek to share in my power.
There's plenty. There's plenty. Not him.
Eden, I don't let you know everything. I have need of him.
Him specifically?
No, not him specifically.
Well, then find somebody else. Not him. He's good. He's nice. Find somebody else. I'll make up for his debt. Find somebody else.
You say he's good. And yet, when I offer to rid the city of his brother's tyranny, may be too strong a word, but negative influence, he jumped at the chance. Yes, he tells himself it's for the greater good of the people. Yes, he is convinced of it. But deep down, how good a man can he be?
I'm not arguing this with you. I am asking you to leave him alone.
Then I wish to discuss something with you, Eden. A task I have that was going to be given to Eric. But I do need someone to complete that task.
You know no one would do a better job than me anyway.
The reasons for me recruiting are twofold. One, if and when Mirka returns with his army, whoever has taken Mirka's place, they pose a threat. I need influences here Now you are perhaps the best person to influence opinion, but I need more direct control. I needed more agents.
Airden hadn't burned his body, then I would maybe have some proof, but as soon as people that know Mirka see Mirka, that's not him, but that's not really a solution, is it?
I need more agents, and I need something from the Royal Vault.
I don't have access to the... I'm not a royal yet. I don't have access.
This is why I needed Eric.
Okay. I could probably get in.
Find a way. I need you to get something for me.
Okay.
It is a dangerous implement. You must not listen to anything it says to you.
Okay.
It'll look like a sword. In theory, it should be locked away somewhere. I'd imagine that this is one of those heirlooms that will be considered more decorative than functional. It's possibly going to be listed under different names. They may call it the Feyblade, possibly Majahar. However they style it, it is a blade that once was mine. I need it back.
You know I don't like manipulating the people that I care about. Is this the deal for you leaving Eric alone? This sword.
I only needed Eric to get this sword.
And that is the end of this deal.
That is the end of that deal. You've served me well, Eden. You got me access to the crystal monolith at Uriel. You retrieved the shard for me that now allows me to funnel its power. I now essentially control it from a distance, because I have a portion of it. With that, I can apportion the power to whom I see fit. Mirka, when he was alive, wanted to control it. I wanted to make sure that that was not the case, that he only controlled it if I allowed it. Now that Mirka's dead, I need to make sure that whatever's taken his place does not abuse it. That kind of power could really shift things up on the surface.
I might even say that in order to fulfill your wishes, I might need a little bit more power. Have I not earned it?
He turns and begins to walk away, but not towards the gazebo. He seems to be leading you towards a more secluded area where there's more foliage. And as he approaches and touches some of the branches to shift them aside, you feel this warm gush of wind. You know that he has opened a portal in this bush to his circle. Walk through, and we shall discuss terms.
Can you give me just a minute? Like 10 minutes?
Yes, Eden. for you.
Give him a kiss on the cheek. I'm gonna fucking run back to find Amy.
All right. Amy, Airden, and Xander, you guys will be just emerging from the bush.
I emerged from the bush in a huff because Xander was mocking.
Xander was mean to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in, like, me and Xander are still hiding. Like,
so you're going to stay in there?
Yeah.
Can I just double check? Because what I wanted to do depends on if I have an item or not.
Mm-hmm.
So remember the little evil worm in the bottle, the parasite?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I had that, and then I gave it to Eden, and I think I got it back.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Right, I just wasn't sure if I hadn't like updated my character sheet properly or not. Because I don't.
Yep. Eden didn't need it anymore once she got the cure for Xander.
I did think so. I just wanted to make sure. Cool.
Yep.
And I promised.
Yes, I'll
and
remember
I
that.
delivered on my promise. Remember that. Yeah, so I'm looking for Amy and Xander.
okay, I mean, I'll do the same thing when I start siege. And
I'm kind of like I'm sure like I'm like running down like an opposite path to the gazebo. Like, Amy.
oh, yeah. I mean, I'll be doing the same thing. But
Cool. Okay, so you guys will be able to meet up around the gazebo.
you know
Oh,
what's
do I
happening?
find her?
Yeah.
Oh my god, can I hug you?
Yeah.
Like,
I've got like this awkward, massive jar, and
like a jar. Amy's hugging
And
the
then-
jar.
I can like reach one arm out, like Xander, come on, like group hug.
Amy's hugging the jar. Xander, come on.
Xander begrudgingly steps closer and then gets brought into this hug.
I'm gonna give him a nice kiss, like a kiss on the cheek, but like one that's like just like a little too close, like a little close here.
What are we all doing?
Would you?
It's a hug. Do you not hug?
Really?
She's right. It's a hug.
Uh-huh.
Okay, stop looking so awkward. Okay, so everyone's still alive. You are not possessed, which I'm happy to see. You have a weird glowing jar, but is everything okay?
Well, Airden is in trouble.
No, Aaron's at the table.
I mean, Airden is.
Yeah.
Airden sold himself into slavery of that guy.
And that's why that guy's touching him.
Yeah, it seems to have some sort of like magical control over him or something. Like he tried to stay with me a bit longer than he was told to, and it hurt him a lot, and he had to go back. So he's not really got control of himself, I don't think.
Yeah, if you're owned by somebody, you're owned by
Yeah,
somebody. That's a
but
contract. That's not.
but yeah, I said we'd get him out because he got the silver to save Xander, so now we have to save Airden. But also, Anakis is down in the underneath city, and I haven't seen her for a while.
You don't go into Undrathar. Nobody
It's all right down there.
goes in there.
It's all right.
Don't go in.
There's this little boy, and he'd taken Airden's sword, but I gave him one of the.
How do you even get in? How do you even get in here?
Well, in here, the guy who took me to your house, or Eric's house, and
So
whoever
we
Eric
took
is.
to our.
Then you weren't there, so he brought us here, and then he.
Our security is the worst. Okay. Airden is maybe being slightly molested, but he's alive. Like, he's okay. Like, he's alive at the table. He's fine. He's eating dinner. Okay. And we have no idea what's happened to Anakis.
Well, she seemed okay. She was doing it like on her own choice. She decided to stay down there to do some personal business down there. So
Okay. And I asked Xander, you're okay?
I'm grateful, Eden. You've helped me.
I just want to like poke him like a little bit, like just want to like just like in his face, like just.
I'm okay, Eden. Is Airden a friend of yours?
That's a very strong word. Airden has never done or said anything to my benefit, but I think there's maybe like something like in there, maybe, or I'm an idiot. I don't know. Yeah, I know you want to kill him and he wants to kill you. I get that whole, macho, handsome thing, whatever.
It has nothing to do with how handsome Airden is. Not that he's handsome.
Is Airden within earshot of this? I don't think he is, but like,
No, he's not.
He was.
Say that again. I will fight you. Airden, you're being molested by your owner now, okay?
I was.
Why don't you just focus on that?
Currently in flux. You think Airden... Faruche thinks Airden's at the toilet just now.
Yeah.
If I can repay my debt to you, Eden, I will help Airden if you want. I don't feel beholden to help him otherwise. He may have sold himself to get some metal that was needed to help me in another way, according to Amy here.
Did he? I say to Amy, he did that?
Oh yeah. We had to get a barrel full of silver shavings to get a lot of holy water to exercise Chenniel, and then I hold up the jar. Who's in here now? I still need to work out what to do about this, but kind of like give it a little bit of a shake and look at it, and then kind of like wrap it back up in my arms.
Seriously?
And then Airden. So we were given the choice to go and basically frame someone for killing a bird, or Airden gives himself up as to be this guy's belongings, and Airden was like, I'm finding this guy interesting, I'm going to stay with him, sure. And then now he regrets it. But I promised him that I would save him, so I'm going to save Airden, whether you, Xander, help me or not. These guys don't look tough. Like, they're just like noble guys.
No, that's not the issue. This is a political balance in Theron, sorry, that you can't just go murdering people. You shouldn't.
Oh, I wouldn't murder people, Eden.
You're in the first. That's exactly what it's going to take to get Airden free.
That is not the answer. No. We'll talk to. We just need to talk to Faruche and explain that Airden can't stay with him. We just need to talk to him. In fact, actually, I'll just get Faruche away from these guys now.
No, Amy. You have really, really good ideas. But Theron, sorry, is an elven city. You're not. I don't want to say you're not welcome here, but I mean you're not.
I already got that. I'm not welcome here, but Faruche seems to deal with people from down below anyway, and they're not elves. So he talked to me before, and we seem to have a pretty good rapport. He said he likes me, so yeah.
Down there in Untrathar, okay, but the persona above ground isn't the Faruche of the underground. The Faruche of the above ground, Theransari, is not the same person and cannot be dealt with in the same way. So what if? And I get it, and I think that I think that we should help Airden. But it has to be done the right way. The way that's not going to cause any problems.
Okay, why don't? What about you? What if you dismiss Faruche and tell him that he doesn't need to be here anymore? The meeting's over, and then he takes Airden back down below, and then I'll go back down below and talk to him. Your big friend guy, he's gone now, hasn't he? Like he's.
Yeah. We're not friends. That's not. I just I know him. Like I met him once or twice. But that's not the problem. Okay, so yeah, like I can send Faruche off. And then we'll try and speak to him once we get back down to Untrathar.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we'll try and come up with a deal. I have some sway.
Okay, but not killing, right? No.
Well, I mean, it's just no. I mean, that's not the first option. But should it come to nothing other than either abandoning Airden, or what would you rather? Would you rather kill Faruche, or would you rather leave Airden with him forever?
Well, obviously we have to save Airden, I promised. But let's plan A will go fine. Optimism.
Okay. Yeah, let's try that. We'll try that. Okay. I have to get back. Okay. So, okay. I've told them that you are my servants. So if you could just maybe you go fetch something or bring it to make it look like you're useful. You too, Xander. Both if you could just
okay. Yeah. Fine.
And if you could just maybe clean just wipe your faces a little bit.
I just go like that and just like
this? No. No. Can I have do I have someone and can you help them?
Can I whisper and go, I think that's supposed to be us.
Someone, can you
there will be a few
servants.
general servant people sort of milling nearby. So yeah, you'll be able to summon someone over.
Specifically hired by me. Can you please go clean them up because they're fucking dirty? Go clean them, and then they can bring, and then they're part of the party.
All right. Amy
back to the dinner table.
Amy and Xander, you are being escorted by two servants who are taking you to a building nearby.
Are they elven servants?
They are elven servants, yes.
Okay. Why can I try and make conversation with them? Why are you, if you're an elf, why are you a servant of other elves?
There's a hierarchy in place.
But why aren't you? What?
While they're taking you and getting you all scrubbed down, they explain that families just have a position. that because elves don't die naturally of old age, that people will hold on to positions of power for quite a long time. They will have many children, and they will take up the more desirable positions. So the families in power stay in power. The main currency is favors and jostling for decent positions and for honor for the family. If your family is not highly respected, you're not going to get very far.
That doesn't sound like a very fun life.
It's the life that we currently have. It's not.
Why don't you leave? Why don't you go out and go to a different city and go on an adventure? And I can recommend a couple of really great towns actually. Have you? Where's your like religious status? Well, what are you like? Who do you worship?
I get the feeling that you don't quite understand how indentured servitude works.
How does it work?
They then try to explain to Amy all about an entrenched class system and how people in the lower classes are not given the means nor opportunities to escape their lot in life.
Well, I can give you the means and opportunities to escape if you want to leave. We'll be leaving in a few days. We'll take you with us.
They decline. That they find the offer intriguing, but that they are happy enough with the servant's life. That as far as they're concerned, they have a pride in making sure that Tharansari is a clean and tidy place, making sure that the nobles have everything that they need brought to them. It helps keep society going.
Okay.
When they are done, you and Xander are clean. You are also coiffed and dressed. Amy is provided with a simple calico dress with some reflective material along the collar and on a stripe down the front where the buttons are. It looks nice, but definitely sort of in the servant's class sort of thing.
Can I try putting my armor on over the top of it?
The servant's...
I can't go out with it. It's just like it's a symbol of my faith. Like I'm not going to not wear my armor.
As Lady Eden, I'm sure, has given you permission to do.
Yeah.
You then hear a growl from the next room over. And then the other elven servant is thrown through. He slides along the floor and lands with his head banging against a cabinet. And then striding through is Xander. His hair has been brushed through and tied up into a top knot. There are flowers set into the side of it. He is wearing a silk shirt, similar in design to that which Airden was wearing, but with a duller colour scheme. So the one that was made by Silver Star Optune. He's wearing typical workman's trousers, being given a nice clean pair of boots, and you see that there's a little bit of makeup that's been applied to his face as well.
Yay!
You look.
He's
nice.
handsome and angry. Oh, Airden, don't get all cocky like you're not all roughed up.
Amy, we're leaving.
Yeah, I think we're going back to the party. Can I just kind of whisper as we go out, just slowly pick the flowers out and take your hair down as we walk. They won't notice, it's fine.
Thank you. So you guys wandering out of there. Airden. Then we'll skip back to Anakis.
Hello.
Yes.
So it's very nice that they're going to rescue me, but I didn't hear their conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing my plan. So you know the little parasite I have in the bottle? It's still alive, right?
It is.
So can I try and get behind Faruche? Just behind his field of vision somehow?
You fucking kidding me?
Do it.
It's a dinner party, Airden. It's a fucking dinner party.
No one's eating. Is anyone eating?
There is food, and since Selendar's wandered off, the conversation has turned to other things, and there is a conversation happening around the table.
Do it.
If it makes you feel any better, Laura, I think this is Airden's way of being subtle. It's either this or, like, I don't know, like swords and stuff.
Worst at being subtle. Do not even give, like, not even, like, a little, like, hey, by the way, I'm going to stick this worm in the back of the guy's neck. Like, hey, by the way, Eden, hey. No, nothing. Just
where is can I see them?
Well,
can they see me?
Would Eden return to the table, or would she go back to Selendar, who's waiting for her?
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess no. Table first. Table first.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you'll go to the table. You'll see Airden's there.
Okay, Selendar might take a while. Yeah.
All right. So you'll see Airden. What Eden's passive perception was 13.
Yep.
Okay, Airden, you are going to need to make a sleight of hand check to make sure that both Faruche and Eden don't see.
I got a 20. Not a nat 20, but 20 altogether.
Dude. For the sake of argument, however, Laura, Eden's sort of intentionally looking, so you can make a perception roll rather than just relying on the passive.
Resistance. Okay. 16?
It's not enough to notice what Airden is doing until it is too late. He stands behind Faruche, who is leaning onto the table with one arm, explaining to Prince Eric that it is not enough to simply allow lower tariffs for the trade of metals outside of the city, but that you need more to inject more life into that particular industry. As he's leaning in and explaining this, Airden quickly unlocks the clasp on this bottle, lifts the lid,
Airden.
And as he tips it, gives it a little bit of a shake. That's when Eden sees exactly what it is that's happening.
I'm gonna move like no one gets a move. Like Eric doesn't get a move, I don't get a move, like someone gets a move.
For bullet time.
Airden, Eden, roll for initiative.
Oh my god.
For fuck's sake. Can I not? We're gonna kill him. We're going to kill him. Oh my god.
I got a crit 1.
And I got a 12.
Okay.
16.
So, before the parasite leaves the jar, he's tipped it. It is about to land on him, but you've got like a second or so, and you get to act.
Please, okay. I want to just like put the lid in the jar, and I just want to tear him away, and I just want to walk off. I'm gonna grab the jar, lid on the jar, close it, grab Airden, and I'm just gonna walk.
The two of you will have been on opposite sides of the table, but you are only like it's just the short bit of the table between you and him. So you can either dive across the table and quickly clasp it shut, or I'll allow a charisma-based athletics.
Oh my God.
Athletics or acrobatics. Basically, you're going to need to make yourself look as calm as possible, but you are going to basically power walk around the table to get to the bottle.
Swan. This is my new Kraken, Spumoni.
Okay.
I know, it's really pretty. I just don't want it to fuck off. I'm really nervous. Okay, that's alright. So charisma 17. Charisma, like I went 19, 20, 21, 22.
Nice. So almost out of nowhere, Airden, the lid quickly shuts, and the bottle is brought down to your side by Eden before the parasite manages to get out. In fact, as the lid shuts, the parasite hits the lid.
And I'm going to drag him off into the garden. We keep walking. We're walking off.
I'm just, just mouthing, like, what the fuck?
What do you mean, what the fuck? What do you mean, what the fuck?
Are we out of distance of, like, Faruche? Can he not hear us anymore?
Yeah, you'll have quickly been taken away.
Like, I am dragging him by the arm. Like, what do you mean, what the fuck? This is a dinner party, Airden. This is a dinner party. We will kill him. We will kill him later. You don't kill him at the fucking table, especially not with
I was doing it subtly.
That was not subtle.
I had
the meaning of fucking subtle.
I could use my crossbow or my sword, the flames, and I thought I'd used a little
crossbow bolt through someone's face at a dinner table. You are the worst.
That's why I thought I'd use the parasite. We could put the parasite on his neck, and then it would all go bad for him, but everyone would just think he's ill. And then I would be saved. And
opening that jar like no one would see. Opening that jar.
Stop.
Seriously.
Airden folds his arms in the half.
You have got yourself into so much trouble. You have no idea what you've done.
Well, I may have made a mistake.
You may have made a mistake. You may have made a mistake. And then you try and put a worm into his neck at my dinner table?
Your dinner table?
It's our dinner table.
Huh. Oh, okay. Oh, my apologies, Eden.
Yeah.
How are we going to kill him?
Yeah.
Could we do it? Could we do it soon?
Yeah. Bow first. Look. I'm kidding. Oh.
Airden's yes.
That's the point. That's the reaction I was going for. I will cut you. Oh, okay. It's just a joke. It's fine. Okay. Amy does not want us to kill him. If you want to kill him, then we have to kill him at some point between him leaving the dinner party and us getting back down to Untrathar. And I can't, obviously, pointing at my tiara, I can't be seen doing that. So, okay, you need to I'm sorry, I know he's touching you. I know it's weird. I get it. It's uncomfortable. You just need to just center yourself, okay? And then when the dinner party's done and he leaves and everything's done, now Celandar's gone and everything will be fine. And then on his way back to Untrathar, he might meet with an accident.
Mm-hmm. I could deal with that. Amy said not to kill him.
Yeah? So, you want to belong to him forever?
No, well, I want
not,
out of it, but sure, okay.
Well, your two options are we don't kill him, we can usher you and him back to Untrathar, or...
Oh, no. Yeah, we need to find a way out of it. I just feel, no, yeah, doesn't matter. Amy doesn't need to know. He can just have an accident. And
it's an accident.
Yeah.
He meets with like a it happens.
Trips
right?
onto a
like,
sword or something.
people die all the time in really random and unfortunate circumstances, and you're fucking lucky that I'm doing this for you. Okay, so just be good the rest of the dinner.
Oh yes, no, calm, controlled. Yes, that's me. I can deal with this.
That is a complete lie, and that is the worst thing I've ever heard in the entire world. When the dinner is done, I will come and meet you, but I not looking like this, but I will come and meet you, okay? And then we will stage an accident.
Yes, an accident. Okay.
And then you'll be free, and
and we're equal. That's good. Yeah.
Equal.
Well, yeah. Okay. So, right. Well, good.
No, you mean then now you owe me a life debt.
Well,
is what you mean. Is what you mean. Is what you mean.
Airden kind of starts walking back towards the table.
Now I'm a poke him. You owe me a life debt. You owe me a life debt. And then as soon as I get close, then
pretends he can't hear.
We are going to leave you lot at the dinner table for now. Anakis, been wandering around down in Untrathar. You'll have found several sellswords that will be willing to sell the sword. Not in a like mercenaries, willing to work for a bit of coin.
Okay.
They seem open to negotiation, but the going rate seems to be that of about 5 silver pieces a day, and they'll do what you want them to do.
Okay. Well, it's mainly to kill Faruche.
When you mentioned that it's specifically Faruche, they politely decline for the most part, with the exception of one, who lets you know that so long as it's up to an amount to make it worth his while, then maybe you can do some business.
Okay. Because I obviously don't know what's going on up top at the moment, so I'll say to him, what's his name?
This guy's name is Bagoro.
Called Bagoro.
Yes.
I say to him, well, between me and you, this is just sort of I just want to see if I can find anybody to begin with that will help. I'm not necessarily hiring you just yet, but I have some friends here with me that will want to meet you as well. So if I decide that I want to go through with the plan, where can I find you?
You found me once. What?
Do you have an abode that I could come and find you in? I don't want to buy your services just yet.
I don't want you coming around my house. Nah, just find me down here. It's not that big.
Okay. All right. Well, if I decide to take this deal forward, then I will come back and find you.
All right.
Okay.
Trust me, I'm the only one that'll do it.
I believe you. And I am. I'm just going to shout to him. Oh, one more thing. Does the name Cambion mean anything to you?
Cambion. What's it worth to you?
I just flick him a gold.
Alright, for that, I'll let you know. Cambion's not a person, it's a thing. Alright? There's a member of the Edel house that no one talks about. A forgotten brother. He's a Cambion. Son of a demon.
Okay, what's his name?
I don't bloody know his name. No one talks about him. That's the point of being a forgotten brother.
And does he live here in the city?
So I hear, but you know, he doesn't hold any authority. No one listens to him. No one talks to him. No one knows he's bloody there.
Okay, and he's demonic, you say?
Because of his family, he's not shoved down here with the rest of us.
Okay, all right. So he's the only one of... He's the only dodgy-looking one out of the family.
Oh, you get a few Edels down here. There's a few related cousins and whatnot. No. Because he's part of the royal family. He's one of the royal kin. They don't talk about him. They just lock him up in a tower, never let him out. Now, Cambions, they're different from you and your lot. I see you. I know what you are. Tiefling, Tiefling, whatever you call yourselves and style yourselves these days. You lot, you got something on with you. Demon blood, or curse when you were born. I don't right much care. But him, evil through and through. The Edels can be a cruel bunch when they want to be. This Cambion, entirely different. He'll rip you apart as soon as you look at you.
And okay, right. Well, thank you for the information.
Best not act on it.
Do you know? Do I know how many towers there are in the palace?
There seems to be only like a massive central tower to the city.
Okay. 1 second. How far is it from where I am?
The base of the tower is something that you'll be able to get access to because it's part of Untrathar, but it's been sealed off from the top part. Say about 200 feet max.
Hang on a second. Where is it? It's not prepared. Never mind. 200. How far did you say? Sorry.
It's about 200 feet away from you, as like a lateral thing. Height-wise, the tower extends for about 150 feet.
Okay.
Relatively tall tower.
Have you ever seen him down here? At all?
What, the Edel brother?
Mm.
Them lot don't like to think that this place exists. Especially that Eric one. God, he's arrogant. Tell you what, the idea of a good Edel churns my stomach, it really does. I don't know.
Why?
There's something dodgy about him. The fact that he thinks that he's nice. That family's rotten to the core.
Okay. If you say so.
Don't trust him, that's what I say.
Okay, well, thank you for the information. You've been most helpful, and I flick him another coin.
You made him money or something?
Anything? No. But you've been most helpful. Thank
Cheers. Most people aren't so generous. If you need aught else, give us a shout.
I will do, thank you. And I wander to the stairs, to the base of the stairs, to wander up to the upstairs bit.
All right. Back to the surface world.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. You'll head up the nearest set of stairs to where you are. Will lead you up into a gardens area of the city. You emerge from a wall directly opposite what looks to be a sort of long
Tower.
shed house. And from this long shed house emerge two people that at first you don't recognise, but then you realise it's Amy and Xander. But they are dressed up, their hair put up, and while Amy's wearing her armour, Xander's wearing some strange brown silk shirt thing.
I shout, "Caca!" I believe that was our code from last session.
Is that real?
Did we have that on?
I think it was. I'm sure we
remember
did.
Oh.
I'm sure that was my I need help
Okay.
thing. Maybe not, I don't know.
I can't remember, but I'll take your word for it. Can I see you?
Yeah, you'll be able to see it. So yeah, she's standing in front of
I
the plain
just
wall.
start waving and gesturing you to come over.
I sort of gesture to Nutkin to go and say hello to Amy. Go on, off you go.
Nutkin
And
will-
he's going over.
He'll bound across, climb up Amy, stop partway up, look across at Xander, and then just scurry up, hiding underneath Amy's chin, staring at Xander.
Hi, I can't. Can I just like shout across? I just shout across the quiet where to her like I can't talk to animals. I can't. Do you want just come over? It's fine.
I walk over to Amy. I don't know why I'm doing this. What am I doing? What is this?
Sorry,
walk.
we didn't come meet you. Like I hope you weren't waiting.
No, I wasn't. Don't worry. I've got some very useful information.
Ah, what?
Well, it turns out that there's potentially a tiefling demonic forgotten brother within the Airedale family, living in the tower here in the city.
Okay, evil or?
By the sounds of it, yes. But well, that's coming from the downstairs folks, so I assume so. Yes.
Okay, well, there's been some developments up here. Xander is back. Xander's fine. That's the good news.
Okay.
Chenniel is in here. Pat the thing again. The guy he's
Nice.
in the jar, I don't really know what to do with him yet. I mean, I'm going to presume I should probably take the lid off, but I don't know if I want to do it here or like throw it in someone's face. Like it might be like a getting away from situation. So. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't.
Or like a smoke bomb, drop it on the floor, and it looks like that, and we can run. I'm keeping it around for a rainy day. Yeah, so it turns out that Eden is like a princess or something. She's like, I don't know, Queen of Zaranzaris or something.
What? So, hang on.
Has like a crown and everything. Like this really fancy dress and like.
Wait,
yeah.
wait. Hang on. This tiefling brother, well, surely is no.
I don't. Eden's not a Adele.
No, but is she? So I'm so Is she engaged?
I don't know. She was sat with a lot of fancy people. There's a really, really tall guy. He had horns, but not like tiefling horns, like deer horns. Antlers, they're called.
Yeah, deer horns.
Yeah.
Deer horns.
And then, and Airden was there as well. He is like now going out with that Faruche guy. They're like a couple or something. He's wearing a really low cut top. It's all weird. I don't know.
I've been gone an hour.
I know.
Has happened.
And now we're like slaves or something. We've got these weird clothes, and these guys. And I point to the elves, who I presume still stood with us and just sort
That was your idea.
I'm going back downstairs. I don't know what shit you guys have got yourselves into, but I'm out of it.
After the servants had got you dressed, they'd pretty much left you to it, so you guys were able to have this conversation in private.
Okay.
Well, there were these elves, and they didn't want to break free of their captors, so I don't know. We might have to stage a revolt before we leave. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think we should probably go back, go to the party, help Airden, or other idea. All the fancy people are at this party. Me and you and Xander, we break into this tower and we check out this demon guy while they're all distracted.
Yes, maybe. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
In that tower right now.
That sounds yes. Apparently, this guy is pretty evil, so I don't know.
Well, Xander's good with evil. Xander, you probably checked with him, right? Like you and him probably like. Have you heard this guy Xander? That's evil.
I did meet a few people downstairs that might be able to help us as well. So there's that too. So yes,
I see two options here. What do you want to do? Do you want to go back to the party and help Airden and get them to, and then go and do this and deal with Faruche before, or do you want to go in and sneak in now while they're on while the fancy people at this party?
I think we need to do it whilst they're distracted, at least. Are they going? So they're at the party right now.
Yeah, they're like having dinner and stuff.
And then are they having another party later? Or are they just having one now? Maybe. Oh well, we might as well go now. If they're distracted now, we might as well go now.
Okay, yeah. Xander, you wanna come and sneak into a tower?
Well, that would be my preferred thing to do.
No, you want to go find Eden, don't you?
They will be expecting us, and it'll undo everything that the distraction affords if we're not there. One of us should go back to the party and serve drinks.
Why would that be, Xander? A certain young lady that you're looking forward to seeing. I'm watching for him to blush or something.
Give us an insight check.
9.
You note that the coloration at the base of the horns on his head changes slightly. I think that to better sell this ruse that we are in fact servants, we should go and be servants. You go with this lady and go and see what you can find out in this tower about some demon brother. I'll go make sure that Eden's safe and ensure that the distraction continues. If it looks like they're going to retire for the night and I've not received a signal from you, then I'll cause some other distraction.
You signal us. Did you hear what Anakis did when she saw us? That's our signal. So you have to make a bird noise. Yeah. You have to do that if there's trouble.
This is why I work alone.
Okay, fine. But stay out of trouble. I don't want to be saving you again.
He goes over and tugging at this silk shirt as if it's the most uncomfortable thing he's ever worn.
I'll be off soon enough, don't worry. I kid.
So, Anakis and Amy moving towards the central tower?
Yes.
Alright. Eden, back at the table. Xander comes and joins the other servants in getting more carafes of wine from nearby supplies, and serving drinks to people. What are you two up to at the moment? Are you just like sitting out the party, sort of?
Airden is extremely unhappy. He's just sitting next to Faruche, just waiting for everyone else to rescue him.
Unhappily molested.
I mean, basically, this is.
Faruche seems to be incredibly invested in the conversation now and is largely leaving Airden ignored.
Oh,
but he is leaving the strong impression that he wants you to be there for him when he wants you, but that at the moment you're being neglected.
Is there alcoholic beverages available?
There are.
Airden is drinking heavily. I don't know what that means for an elf. Like, kind of, me as Daniel, I don't know what that means, but like, if elves can get drunk, Airden is trying to get drunk. As drunk as he can without Faruche, I think if Faruche knew he was trying to get drunk, Faruche might kind of stop him, so he's maybe trying to do it a bit surreptitiously or something.
Eden's not drinking at all, so I'm lean forward onto the table politely and say, "Oh, Faruche, your new manservant. I haven't seen him before."
My position, as you might recall, means that I don't get a lot in the way of serving staff. In the industrial district, we tend to try and get by. This is my good friend. While he is nervous sometimes, he's here just purely as my guest. Isn't that right, Airden? And again, he'll stroke your hand.
I'll just nod and goes, pleased to meet you, milady.
Airden here is a metal trader. That's how we met.
I see. Don't you think he's handsome?
Oh, I do. But we're early in our relationship.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to pry, but curiosity does get the best of all of us sometimes.
Yes. Some of us become so curious that it becomes a pain to others, in fact. Sort of like a gossip, almost. Do you not find that, Eden? Some people can talk a little too much sometimes.
The people that usually do tend not to be a problem for very long.
I actually have a problem, Eden, and perhaps you could help. There is a supplier of mine that I've had great difficulty in getting to understand something. You're good with people.
Awful.
I was wondering if I could pick your brain. I simply want to get more out of the relationship. And yet I'm stopped at every turn.
I'm little more than the future wife to a prince, perhaps a king one day. Perhaps you would be best speaking to him.
Fascinating information you dropped earlier about old Merca no longer being amongst us.
I'm not saying that I don't have my own court of gossips.
Tell me, how did you manage to come across such information? I usually pride myself on knowing such things.
I know the most interesting human girl, fascinating human girl who was traveling on the road, and I was out just for a walk around the city walls, and I met up with her. Oh, and this Tiefling, you wouldn't imagine the stories that they had, and they told me all these things, and it was honestly as simple as that.
How is Amy? I believe that my companion and I will retire for the evening. It seems that Selendar has been away for some time. Since he went for that walk with you, Eden. Now, our honoured guest surely wouldn't have left without good reason. I'm sure we'll learn about it in time. But
our honoured guest is waiting for me.
Really? I'll leave a servant here to relay the message should the meeting be re-adjourned, but I shall follow the cue of one of my companions here and retire for the evening, my lady.
I think I shall retire as well.
My lords, my ladies. And he gets up and sort of gestures for Airden to get up as well.
Ooh. I stay. I don't get up. I'm kind of looking at Eden. I stand up.
Retiring.
I don't know how drunk I am. I don't know if that's affected me.
Give us a Constitution saving throw.
Airden.
12. Wait, plus Constitution. 13.
13. You are inebriated enough that your walking is impaired.
Oh, for fuck!
This is not where Airden wanted to end up. Something's gone very wrong.
You think so? I had to do one thing. Just stay sober, and then we'll kill him at the end of the night. And what do? You end up fucking drunk.
Might be a turning point.
He links arms with you and takes you underground to Unterthar.
Whoa! He tried to take me underground to Unterthar.
Oh, okay.
See them leaving though? Like what?
They're leaving the table. Yeah.
But do me and Anakis see them? Oh, do they come past where we are or not?
No, you guys will be far and away from.
We want to kill him first. We want to kill him before, or attempt to kill him before he gets anywhere near entering the underworld.
Please.
Yeah, drunkard. Good for you. Don't worry.
So
my back hurts from carrying the fucking team.
I think Airden just keeps like staring back at Eden, like kind of.
Help!
I don't know if I can see Amy and Anakis.
No, Amy and Anakis by now will be in a different district.
Right, okay.
So Eden's retiring from the table as well. I take it you're going to try and sneak around and follow them?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, stealth check. You. Which one? No. Let's try you. The other one didn't work so well for me last time. Ouch. 16.
16.
Yeah. 17. Sorry, 17.
That's alright. 17 stealth. Doing quite well on stealth this session. So yeah, you're able to excuse yourself from the table. Prince Eric asks if you would like some company, which I assume you decline.
I'll say later. I'm just going to get a breath of fresh air. I'll be right back. I'm not leaving for the night. I'm just taking a walk. Breath of fresh air.
He is deep in conversation with a few other people trying to sort something out anyway. So he's grateful and says that he'll join you on a later walk then. You're able to sneak between buildings, occasionally poking your head out to see where Airden and Faruche are. And eventually Faruche stops, steadies Airden, and then walks towards one of the walls that lead to Untrathar.
I want to attack.
Alright.
I'll make eye contact with Airden, like, we're doing this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Airden says...
I think Airden's just like, yes!
Yes.
Okay,
No.
Initiative, both of you.
Okay. 17.
13. Oh, sorry.
13, 17, and that is 12. Why am I rolling so bad? Okay, so Eden, you are first. You do get to act. You'll be on the opposite side of the street, so you're a good 40 feet away.
Okay, so as a move, I know this is 5th, not 4th. Can I use my disguise mask of many faces? I think that's at will, or now they call it a cantrip. What is wrong with this game? Mask of many faces.
I think it's a warlock special feature thing now, so let's have a look.
It's
mask.
an invocation.
Yes. Yes, you can cast it at will, so it'll follow the normal rules for the disguise self spell, which I think may be an action. Let's have a look.
No.
It is one action.
Fuck off. Okay, alright. Sorry. That's aggressive, isn't it? Okay, hold on. Okay, so can I look around the street? Is there anybody around? Can I do
No one else is around.
No one else is around? Okay,
No one
I'll
else is
cast
around.
that. I'll
Abandon
cast
the
that
street.
next round. I'm gonna do Blight this round, because that is my favorite. Until I can raise the dead. This is my current favorite.
Okay.
I know, I love Blight. That is Necromancy. Target takes 8d8 if they do not meet a Constitution saving throw.
Right.
Oh my god, please do not. Please don't. Please don't.
I've got an 11. What's your DC?
Oh, no, it's higher. Where is it on my thing?
Maybe on the spell sheet? It's normally 8 plus
13.
13. Right. So 8d8 necrotic damage.
1, 2. Sorry, I have to find 8d8s. I wasn't ready for this. 1, 2, 3.
Do you have enough dice?
4, 5. I'm not sure. 5, 6, 7. Actually, I've had a lot of dice. I don't know if I have. Okay, 8. 8. Okay, AD8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, that's 8. That's AD8. Oh, that's a lot of D8s. Look at that. Listen to the jangle. Okay. 8 and 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 48. 8.
48
What?
damage.
Light is the best. 8
God.
damage. That could be max 64 damage. Can you
A
imagine
level
that?
4 character.
Oh. Yep.
Kind of feel a bit useless.
If you target a planar creature when you play as well, no. Continuously withers. It just sucks all the life out of them. I'm taking like a necromancy, like going that way.
So, when you cast your spell, and Airden is made aware of the fact that a jump attack is being made, Faruche stops still, turns, and Airden can see that the side of his face is thick with black veins that are pulsating, and with each pulse his skin seems to get sucked in slightly. His face becomes more sallow, and it also looks a bit more oily with every pulse. Airden.
I do my my sword thing where I kind of light it on fire and take damage, which probably isn't the best idea, but I don't think Airden's really thinking about that just now.
Faruche will not have allowed you to bring your weapon up with you.
Oh snap! So what happens?
Find a makeshift weapon.
So I just try and take my weapon out and can't?
Or you punch him.
Well, you will have been aware of the fact that you were stripped down, redressed, and all your stuff's downstairs.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like take my. I thought you meant like right. Well, in that case, that's fine. I can do spells, not many though. Okay, I do Toll the Dead. One creature must make a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage.
I got a 14. What's your DC?
11.
11.
Oh well.
Alright.
Okay, I'm just carrying the team here.
So as you lock eyes with Faruche for a moment, he extends his arms out almost pleadingly to you, takes a step forward and then collapses down to one knee. He makes his gargling sound as if he's choking on his own spit. And it is then that we freeze and skip to Amy and Anakis. The two of you have managed to get to the base of the tower. You are back in the central area. It seems that Brother Kanto has shut up shop for the night. He's no longer in the temple area. The guard patrols have lessened. You can't even see them on the ground anymore. There's just the occasional watchman on a wall.
Oh, sorry, go on.
I'm going to put the jar in my bag, if possible, because I feel like does it shine light? Like
there'll be like a seam of light around the lid.
Oh, okay, well, I'm going to put it in my bag just because we're trying to go stealth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stealthy. Yeah, I'm going to... I don't think I've got a lock picking set or anything, so I'm just going to see if a door's open. Hope for the best.
There is a large door that you can see, and it does have one guard standing at it.
Oh, right, okay. Right.
So while there are none
I've not
patrolling the
got-
courtyard around.
Why don't you could get Nutkin to make a distracting noise off, like, to one side, and then
Oh, that's a good idea.
when he, like,
Never
goes over to, like, do what it is, we'll try and, like,
knock him out.
well,
Oh,
get in the door.
different wavelengths. Different wavelengths. Yeah. Okay. Are there any bushes or anything about that Nutkin could hide in and make a bit of a drama?
There's a few small plants that are set around the base of the tower. Yeah.
Okay. I speak to him and I say, right, I want you to go over to the bush and make as much noise as you possibly can. All right. Make it sound like a cat's attacking or that I don't know, that you're dying or something.
He nods, stares out towards the nearby bush, and then it's almost like he sort of like rolls his shoulders and then darts off.
I'm ready for this.
He climbs into the bush, starts making a loud noise, and chases a small bird that was nesting in that bush around inside of the bush, which makes a lot of noise. Give me a charisma ability check.
Can I also cast Thaumaturgy? And
Okay.
I'm gonna create a. I'm gonna create a flare. Oh no, I don't want to kill a squirrel. I'm gonna create like a little rumble of thunder in that area.
Okay. Give me a charisma ability check with advantage.
15.
15.
Oh, hang on. Yes, 2 15s.
Yeah. Right. So let's see how this guard fares. The guard steps away from his post, looks into the bush, and takes the haft of his spear and sort of like pokes gently into the bushes.
As he does that, we want to try the door.
Yeah. Go, go, go.
Alright,
Yeah.
so the two of you need to quickly make a stealth check.
Oh, come on. Oh, plus 2.
15.
What was that?
Who, me or Abby?
Kerry.
Oh, 15.
15.
8.
Oh.
I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy again, further away, and this time I'm going to.
Well,
I am going to make the ground shake.
the two of you charge towards the door. Anakis, you quickly open the door, usher Amy inside, and as she gets in and you move to get into the door, the guard turns and slams a hand on your shoulder, pulling you away, and slams the door shut behind Amy.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So Amy is now inside the tower.
Inside.
He turns you around, puts his hands on his hips. What do you think you're doing, stranger?
Oh no. Sorry. I think my brother is locked up in the tower.
We sometimes
And
get
I
you
want to-
lot coming up and trying your luck here. I think we best go and talk in the guardhouse.
Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I am going to.
Panic! Just run away!
I'm just gonna bolt and. what do I want to do? I want to attack him, but I know that there's probably a lot of people inside that would hear a screaming guard. So I'm going to try and say to him, look, I genuinely think that my brother is up in this tower, and it's of keen importance that I see him, because I genuinely believe he's in a lot of trouble, and his life could potentially be in danger from other members of his family.
It looks as though the guard is mulling this over. But that's also the end of the session.
I knew. I was just waiting on it. Like, I was wondering how far we were going to get.
Well, thank you to everyone in the chat and watching the stream live for watching. Thank you to everyone on YouTube for watching this when it goes up. And this won't be heard by anyone, but thank you to everyone who's listening to the podcast and the edited episodes later. This bit will get edited out. Thank you.
I'll hear it when I'm editing.
That's the main thing. Yeah.
Daniel cares.
Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll catch you guys next time in a fortnight.
Good.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, that was good fun.
It was.
Mm-hmm.